Hello and welcome from UNHQ here in New York. My name is Jamie, I'm a current intern here at the United Nations, and in today's video I'll be showing you a tour of UNHQ. The United Nations headquarters is located in the Turtle Bay neighbourhood of Manhattan Island between 42nd and 48th Street and sits on 18 acres of land overlooking the East River. It consists of 4 key buildings: the Secretariat Building, the General Assembly, the Conference Building and the Dag Hammarskjöld Library. Previously, the UNHQ was occupied by slaughterhouses. These were demolished and this land was purchased by John D. Rockefeller Jr. and donated to the UN in 1946 to construct UNHQ. Each section was completed at different times by a team of 11 architects led by Wallace K. Harrison, starting in 1949 and finished in 1952, with renovations and alterations made since then. This is the visitors lobby, the public heart of the UN headquarters. Every day, people from around the world come here for tours, conferences and exhibits to learn about the organisation's mission and its work towards peace and global unity. As you walk in, you can see monuments which are located around the UN headquarters, which have been donated by other countries. For example, the life-size statue of Nelson Mandela, gifted from the Republic of South Africa. As we walk through the halls of the United Nations, you'll notice the portraits of the many distinguished individuals who have served as the UN Secretary Generals, starting with Trygve Lie of Norway, who served from 1946 to 1952, all the way to the current Secretary General, Antonio Guterres of Portugal. These leaders have played an integral role in guiding the organisation through its most pivotal moments. The United Nations was established in 1945 through the United Nations Charter signed in San Francisco on June 26, 1945, and became effective on October 24, 1945, following the devastation of World War II. Its mission is to bring nations together to tackle the world's biggest challenges, to prevent future wars, and to promote international peace and security. From the General Assembly building, we will shortly enter the Conference building, which connects the General Assembly and the Secretariat buildings and extends along the East River. On the second and third floors of the Conference building are the 3 council chambers, which we will visit shortly. Now let's head past the staff security gates towards the Secretariat building. The Secretariat building is the tallest building in the UN complex, and stands at 550 foot tall, 39 stories high, and is home to the many departments and offices that keep the UN running. The Secretariat is the administrative centre of the UN, where thousands of diplomats and UN staff collaborate to support peace efforts, coordinate humanitarian aid, and draft resolutions, as well as housing the Secretary General's office. You'll notice the clean modernist design here. This was intentional. Architects like Le Corbusier and Oscar Niemeyer wanted to create a space that was functional, but also reflected the unity and progressiveness of the UN. From here, we take the escalator up to my office on the 26th floor of the Secretariat building. This is where I spend my time as an intern for UNDESA, the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, within the Division for Sustainable Development Goals with the Climate and Energy Team. As part of the Climate and Energy Team within UNDESA, my work is centred around supporting the global transition to sustainable energy systems, mitigating the effects of climate change and advancing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, in particular SDG 7, affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all by 2030. This is my desk in the office, looking out to the Chrysler building. As Secretariat for UN Energy, my team also work across the UN system to foster collaboration between member states, specialised agencies and international stakeholders to promote clean, affordable and reliable energy solutions, also addressing the synergies and challenges posed by climate change. As we head down from the office, we will now go down to the 4th floor cafeteria. This is the 4th floor cafeteria, a space where staff members, diplomats, and occasionally even world leaders come to recharge and share ideas in a more relaxed setting. It's not just a place to grab a meal, it's often where informal conversations take place, fostering connections and insights that can influence decisions made within these walls. The food options here are as diverse as the people who work in this building, offering everything from sushi and pasta to traditional Middle Eastern dishes, showcasing the flavours of the global community the United Nations represents. The cafeteria also features large windows and outside seating area that provides breathtaking views of the East River, offering a peaceful moment of reflection amid the fast-paced environment. There's a true sense of camaraderie here, as people from all walks of life gather around the tables to discuss projects, share stories, or simply take a break from their demanding work. Whether it's a quick coffee, a shared meal, or a quiet moment by the windows, this cafeteria truly captures the spirit of unity and diversity that defines the United Nations. Looking out, you'll see the historic Queensboro Bridge, spanning the river and connecting Manhattan to Queens. Just below the bridge lies Roosevelt Island, a narrow strip of land in the East River, home to parks, residential areas, and landmarks like the Franklin D. Roosevelt Four Freedoms Park. You may also spot ferries gliding along the water, with the backdrop of the Manhattan skyline framing the view. It's a serene and inspiring sight that offers a rare moment of calm reflection amid the fast-paced environment at the UN. Now let's head back down to the first floor. So here we are back at the first floor of the Secretariat building, and we're heading back now towards the conference building. Along the way, we come across the East Lounge, a hidden gem within the United Nations. This elegant space was gifted by the State of Qatar and is thoughtfully designed to serve as a sanctuary for quiet reflection and informal meetings. The lounge's decor is a stunning blend of modern design and traditional Qatari influences, featuring intricate patterns, luxurious furnishings, and warm inviting tones that create a serene atmosphere. The large windows in the lounge provide a breathtaking view of the East River and Roosevelt Island, allowing natural light to flood the room and adding to its ambience. It's not uncommon to see staff members, diplomats, and even heads of state pausing here for a quiet moment between meetings or engaging in private informal discussions. The combination of beauty, peace, and functionality makes the East Lounge a favourite spot for many, embodying the spirit of diplomacy and reflection that is so central to the United Nations work. Whether used for a brief respite or a meaningful conversation, this space is truly one of the building's most treasured areas. From here, we'll continue walking until we reach the end of the corridor and take the escalator down to the lowest floor, where we'll find the serene UN Garden. After the creation of the United Nations, human rights was a major focus. Members worked hard to find a universal standard for human rights, which previously was considered a domestic concern. In 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted. Eleanor Roosevelt was instrumental in coordinating this effort. One of the hidden treasures of the garden is the monument in memory of Eleanor Roosevelt. A granite bench is facing a bas-relief of a flame that bears the inscription, "She would rather light a candle than curse the darkness, and her glow has warmed the world." Nestled on the basement level of the United Nations headquarters, the garden offers a peaceful retreat in the heart of the bustling city, providing a space for reflection and tranquility amid the hub of international diplomacy. Surrounded by carefully maintained greenery and paths, the garden is not just a place of natural beauty, but also a site of profound symbolism, featuring several sculptures and monuments gifted by member nations, each carrying a powerful message of peace, unity, and resilience. One of the most iconic pieces here is the Knotted Gun, a striking sculpture donated by Luxembourg that has become a global symbol of non-violence and the pursuit of peace. Another significant landmark is the Japanese Peace Bell, cast from coins donated by children from around the world and rung annually on the International Day of Peace, as a reminder of humanity's shared aspiration for harmony. You'll also find a segment of the Berlin Wall donated by Germany, which stands as a powerful testament to the triumph of unity and freedom over division and oppression. As we walk through the garden, take note of other sculptures and installations, each with a unique story or message, representing the global diversity and shared values of the UN's member states. Now let's head inside to explore the remainder of the basement level. As we walk along, we're passed by further monuments and artwork donated by other countries, as well as several conference rooms where important discussions and decisions that shape global policies take place. The General Assembly is divided into 6 main committees to address different aspects of international cooperation. First Committee, for Disarmament and International Security, focuses on disarmament, arms control, and maintaining global peace and security. Second Committee, Economic and Financial, handles global economic issues, including trade, sustainable development, and poverty eradication. Third Committee, Social, Humanitarian, and Cultural, addresses human rights, humanitarian issues, and social and cultural cooperation. Fourth Committee, Special Political and Decolonization, covers peacekeeping, decolonization, and the peaceful use of outer space. Fifth Committee, Administrative and Budgetary, manages the UN's budget, ensuring transparency and efficient resource allocation. And Sixth Committee, Legal, focuses on international law, legal agreements, and treaty codification. Here we'll step inside one of the conference rooms where these committees meet to undertake critical discussions and draft resolutions daily. In this room, delegates and experts convene to address a wide range of pressing global issues, from economic development to public health, shaping decisions that impact people around the world. One of the most remarkable features of the United Nations is its simultaneous translation system, which enables delegates from all 193 member states to communicate effectively, regardless of language barriers. Each delegate has access to these earpieces on the desk, which provide real-time interpretation into the 6 official UN languages. Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. From here, if we carry along walking, we will shortly reach another staff cafeteria, which is a more casual and accessible space where UN staff and employees come to enjoy their meals during the day with several options available. At the southwest corner of the UN grounds, linked to the Secretariat building, the Dag Hammarskjöld Library, named after the second UN Secretary General, is located. The library is one of the most important resources here at the UN, containing vast collections of materials that cover everything from international law to human rights, peacekeeping and global development. From here, we will return to the conference building of the United Nations headquarters and take the escalator up to the third floor where we have the council chambers. On this floor, we have firstly the ECOSOC chamber. ECOSOC stands for the Economic and Social Council, the UN body responsible for promoting sustainable development, tackling humanitarian issues and coordinating economic and social policy globally. This chamber was a gift from Sweden, donated in 1952 and designed by Sven Markelius. Covering the tall glass windows hangs a curtain by Anne Edholm, Dialogos, reminding us of the mutual exchange of views on equal terms embodied in the deliberations taking place in this chamber. The architect Sven Markelius left the ceiling above the public gallery exposed, intentionally leaving the pipes and ducts for everyone to see, which became a symbolic reminder of the ongoing struggle of economic and social development for all. As we head next to the Security Council chamber, we pass by the Trusteeship Council. Though currently inactive, the Trusteeship Council was established to oversee the administration of trust territories as they transitioned to independence. It was instrumental in decolonisation efforts during the mid-20th century. The role of this council was to promote self-determination of non-self-governing territories. When the UN was created in 1945, there was 11 territories under the supervision of the council. The last of those territories was Palau, which gained independence in 1994, and since then the work of this council was suspended. Nowadays, this chamber gifted by Denmark and designed by Danish architect Finn Juhl is mainly used for a variety of conferences. Next, we're stepping into the Security Council chamber, one of the most iconic spaces in the United Nations. This room is where matters of international peace and security are debated and decided. The chamber was a gift from Norway in 1952, designed by Norwegian architect Arnstein Arnenberg, and the artwork here symbolises the struggle between war and peace. The horseshoe-shaped table ensures that all member states and participants can see and hear each other clearly, fostering direct dialogue. Here, delegates work tirelessly to uphold the goals of the UN Charter to maintain international peace and security. 15 members of the Council meet on an almost daily basis to discuss conflict situations around the world. It has 5 permanent members with veto power: China, France, the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom, and the US, and 10 non-permanent members, elected for 2-year terms by the General Assembly. Under the Charter, all member states are obligated to comply with Council decisions. The blue and gold silk wall coverings were designed by Els Poulsen, and the mural was designed by Norwegian artist Per Krohg. Now let's head to the heart of the UN, the General Assembly Hall. As we make our way to the General Assembly Hall, we pass by the Diplomats entrance and the underground parking garage. From here you can look out onto the bustling streets of New York City, where the iconic flags of the 193 UN member states are raised every weekday morning at 8 AM and lowered at 4 PM. This mural, entitled Mankind's Struggle for a Lasting Peace, was one of the first artworks to be installed at the United Nations. Jose Vera Zanetti from the Dominican Republic offered to paint a mural in the United Nations during his Guggenheim Memorial Foundation Fellowship. It was unveiled on 19th of March 1953. In the artist's words, these symbols cry out, pray, praise and condemn, but altogether they represent the hope of man for achieving peace. Along the way to the General Assembly building, we also encounter a series of further monuments donated by other countries, such as the replica of the Royal Thai barge, Suphanao, the Chernobyl tapestry, and the following section dedicated to disarmament, which highlights global efforts to reduce and eliminate weapons of mass destruction, promoting peace and security across nations. From this window, you also catch a glimpse of the Delegates' Lounge, offering a unique perspective of the work and diplomacy taking place inside these walls. The disarmament section highlights the UN's efforts and initiatives related to arms control, disarmament, and non-proliferation. This display showcases the United Nations' ongoing efforts to reduce global weapons stockpiles, promote arms control, and prevent the proliferation of nuclear, biological, and chemical weapons. The General Assembly Hall is the largest and most famous chamber in the United Nations. The chamber is 165 feet long by 115 feet wide, with a 75-foot ceiling and has 4 floors. This building was completed in 1952 and is where representatives from all 193 member states come together to discuss and vote on issues that affect the entire world. All 193 member states meet in the General Assembly Hall to address universal challenges that demand global solutions for a better and more sustainable future for all. Every September, heads of states and government are invited to the general debate to speak about issues that concern member states, addressing the world from the rostrum and podium. Each of the 193 member states has an assigned seat, arranged in English alphabetical order, and each delegation has 6 seats, 3 at the table for full delegates and 3 behind for their alternates. Votes are cast electronically during sessions. Each of the member states has an equal vote, ensuring that every voice is heard, no matter the country's size or power. The General Assembly's regular sessions begins each year on a Tuesday, on the 3rd week of September to December, and resumes in January until all issues on the agenda are addressed, which often is just before the next session starts. Simultaneous interpretation into the 6 official UN languages, Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Spanish, and Russian, facilitates the exchange of ideas on how to solve world problems. The grandeur of this room reflects the gravity of the decisions made here. It's a place of hope, where nations unite to tackle global challenges and work toward peace and prosperity for all. As we near the end of our tour, we will take a trip down the escalator to the basement level, where you will find the gift store to see some of the unique souvenirs you can find here at UNHQ. Here you'll find everything, from books about the UN's history to handcrafted items from around the world. It's a great place to pick up a souvenir or learn more about the incredible work being done here at UNHQ. One of my personal favourites is the collection of fair trade products which directly support artisans in developing countries. Each purchase helps empower communities by providing sustainable livelihoods, a small but impactful way to contribute to the UN's broader mission of global development and equality. As we go up the stairs back to the visitor entrance, we will head to the right to see an extended display of the work of the UN and the banners of the 16 Sustainable Development Goals. The 16 Sustainable Development Goals were developed in 2015 as part of the United Nations' 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, a comprehensive plan adopted by all member states to achieve peace, prosperity, and sustainability for people and the planet by 2030. Each goal represents a critical area of focus to address the world's most pressing challenges, from eradicating poverty and hunger to ensuring quality education, gender equality, and combating climate change. These goals embody the UN's commitment to creating a more sustainable and equitable future for all. Alongside the gallery and infographics showcasing the UN's rich history, you can also see here a glimpse into one of the ongoing meetings in one of the conference rooms, where leaders and delegates from around the world work tirelessly to bring the Sustainable Development Goals and other common goals to life. These spaces serve as the heart of diplomacy, where meaningful discussions and negotiations take place to address some of the most pressing global challenges. The United Nations' headquarters and its surrounding exhibits guide visitors through a compelling journey of the organisation's history, beginning with its founding in 1945. The exhibits also honour the contributions of individuals, member states, and UN agencies that have advanced the UN's mission, reflecting its dedication to peace, development, and human rights worldwide. This tour of the United Nations headquarters offers a unique opportunity to gain insight into the UN's efforts to address complex global challenges and foster a world that is more just, equitable, and sustainable. This tour serves to not only highlight the progress made by the international community over the decades, but also serve as a powerful reminder of the resilience and determination required to overcome obstacles, inspiring hope and renewed commitment to building a better future. As you take in the stories and accomplishments presented here, it's clear that the UN's mission to promote peace, foster development, and uphold human rights remains as vital today as it was when the organisation was first established. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the United Nations headquarters, where history, diplomacy, and a shared vision for a better world come together. I hope you leave inspired by the UN's mission and the global efforts to build a future rooted in peace, sustainability, and equality. Thank you for joining me, and I encourage you to take the spirit of the UN's work with you as you go.